What's going on, Pathways Church? I'm Jake Collins, your middle school pastor, and I'm excited to join you this week on Daily Dose. Today, we're wrapping up our journey through the 10 Commandments. I hope that this has been a helpful series to all of you, whether you learned these as a kid or whether you are learning them for the first time. It's one of these sections of scripture that we can start to take for granted when we get super familiar with them. Hopefully, these devotionals have reminded all of us that there's always something to learn from this school of rock. The final commandment is found in Exodus 20, verse 17. We read, "You shall not covet your neighbor's house, you shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor." We could summarize this commandment in 3 words: do not covet. If you're new to the 10 Commandments, this one might sound a little bit like God's repeating himself. He's already made it clear that stealing and adultery are sin, but now he's making it clear that even wanting to harm your neighbor in these ways is wrong. Most of us have probably had at least one experience that went something like this. Someone in our life starts to take something from us. It can be something super small, maybe a bite of food at a restaurant. What's our response? Don't even think about it. We will probably each use this phrase several times in our lives. The 10th commandment is God's way of telling all of us, don't even think about it. Like several of the previous commandments, our modern culture has made it increasingly difficult to follow this one. Things like social media, celebrity culture, and even the design of modern neighborhoods appeals to our natural instinct to want what belongs to others. We convince ourselves that having what they have will bring us peace, comfort, or even joy. In a way, coveting connects back to the first 2 commandments. Becoming fixated on wanting something can and will become a form of idolatry in our lives, and we can even reach a point where we are trying to find things in them that can only be found in God. Commandments 5 through 10 are primarily focused on our relationships with others, but these instructions overflow from our relationship with God. Like Jesus himself will later do, we can summarize God's challenges to us in 2 key ideas: love God and love others. Thanks so much for joining me this week on Daily Dose. We look forward to seeing you all Sunday.